SEO is free, SEM is paid. The way I always like to explain it is paid ads are these top three. They usually say sponsored by Google, and they're the ones that run on the side. Organic means SEO, means Google thinks you're the credible expert for a keyword or a topic, and then they put you here in the first three. The reason why it's important to think about how to get on these is 80% of clicks for businesses come in the first two, and then it's like 90% on the first page, and if you're on page 2, like you may notice, you only get 1 or 2 visitors a day. There's very few people that go to the second page. They just try a new search. You typically get like a 3x result on phone calls when you're running paid ads and you're running organic. You know, for a couple of years with our first product, which was deal software for media companies, we always tried to have an ad here and here, and then we were ranked here, and so we were taking over like 3 out of the first 5 spots. It really allowed a lot. We were getting 300 or 400 inbound calls at our peak every single month. But what Panda is Google comes up with these little cute names around how they do their page rank. Like for a long time it was page rank, their search algorithm, and they called the new one Panda. What it really matters is weak content, they discount you. Big content, if good content, they don't. They've gotten smarter, and that's why bounce rate's important, because bounce rate is what tells Google whether your website is communicating to your customers what they actually want. So what they look for now is quality content, relevance, and what's interesting is Google's their bots know that usability and how to test that now. So Google can actually test the usability of your site without ever even looking at it through their algorithms. So how do they do that? Some stuff as far as quality content. Quality content means that you have articles, how-tos, how your product works, how your company works. You know, at least 5 to 6 pages about your business. If you don't have time for a blog, you don't necessarily need a blog. But like our Deal Current site, there's no blog. We have a blog, but we update it periodically. It's more like a press page. What we really do is we make sure it's very easy to describe what our product is. And one of the things that's important when you design your website is don't use jargon and don't use key terms or cute descriptions that, unless it's something that's really important to your brand, and that's what's relevance. So when people come into your website, what will happen is, if like for us, we have deal software, coupon software. Some people come in through coupon software. Some people come in through deal software. What's important is whatever page they come into, it's relevant to how they searched. And that's why Google determines the bounce rate. If they come to a page and they leave, if you have 70, 80% of people hitting pages and leaving, really need to look at that and understand relevance. And then usability, that kind of attributes a little bit to the bounce rate, is like if they can't get to your site. But there's also key things that Google gives you credit for. Make sure your address is on the home page. Make sure your phone number is on the home page, even if it's on the footer. Or make sure you have a very clear contact us in your navigation. And one that some people look over is like a privacy policy or terms. Like when Google hits a site and they go, there's a privacy policy, there's a phone number, there's an address, they assume you're real, and they give you points for that. And that's how they determine what's called a Panda quality score. So it's important just to make sure all that stuff's on your site, because there's little things get overlooked, and it can make a big difference on how Google looks at your website and your business. So keys to great SEO. Like we talked a little bit about this, but tricks like link building doesn't work anymore. I mean, if you get a link from one link from NBC7 San Diego and one from Fox and one CW6, those 3 are considered very credible sources because they're news. Those 3 are worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of blogs and little sites that have no credibility for your business. So the things I was talking about, we're going to go into the next step, is like daily deal software. See, we show up right here organically, and we've stayed there because of the things I'm going to walk you through next. And so also, this is something to write down. If you Google jimmyhendrix.artistichub, I have an old blog post, and it says 12 SEO, but it's actually 14 SEO tips. You can actually go there, and there's a punch list. Just take that list. If you have a web developer, go through it and take my instructions, apply them to whatever your business is, and give that to your web developer. They can change all that in 90 minutes. It's super simple stuff. It's like registering webmasters, writing your page titles, writing your content the right way, just a bunch of little things that you just check off the list, and all those increase the quality score for your website. So 3 metas. These are 3 things that are important to understand. Title and description are visible, keywords are not. So you don't need to know how to code, but if you right-click on a website on Firefox, for example, it'll tell you what's called page source. And you can actually go in and just look for meta title, meta description, meta keywords. If you do that and look at the page source, what I like to do is, let's say you do want to be ranked for swimming pools. I type in San Diego swimming pools. Go to the first 3 people that are ranked 1, 2, and 3 on Google. Click on their page source, look at their page title, look at their description, and look at their keywords. And you can see all that because Google is public. And take those and apply them to your business, and that will help you get ranked really high. And it's pretty quick, and you can do it in 20 or 30 minutes. But why it's important is the meta title is what shows up here on the main link when you search Google. That's what's telling the customer that I should click on you. What I typically recommend is a lot of people like to put just their company name. Take Back Local, that's it. So Take Back Local doesn't tell me anything really about this until you've been here. So you write the page title to be like online marketing training, San Diego business seminars, complimentary seminars in partnership with local media, Take Back Local. Because I want the Take Back Local to tell Google what this organization is, but I actually just want to tell the customer what I do. And that helps you improve the way you should design your site. Other thing is the description. The reason why that's important is that's what typically shows up here. It's a little longer, 1 to 3 sentences that shows up and tells the customer, okay, 1, I need small business seminars. I want some online marketing training. This is a local organization in partnership with the software, San Diego business owners and local media. Okay, great, this looks credible. I want to go click on that. And then they come to the page and they should see, like on our site, is small, sign up for a free seminar, watch this video with the credibility, and is small business marketing confusing to you? So all those things are right there that mirror the content, so when they get there, it really lowers that bounce rate. Webmaster tools, as we talked about, these are the 2 things that are key. Bing actually powers Yahoo, so you only have to do these 2. It takes you just a few minutes. You go in, free register, get a link. There's instructional videos that are pretty simple. Just go get Google and Bing tags and give them to your web developer and say, put this on your website. Or if you manage your website, does anyone have WordPress sites? Yeah, if you have WordPress sites, you can actually just log in and look. You can actually search like meta tag plugin, and all they do is you just paste a link in a couple form fields and you're done. And then you go back to the Google Webmaster and click verify. It gives you a check mark in green, and it'll start indexing your site, and you can check back the next day to make sure. And it'll tell you, what's cool is it tells you all the errors. Google wants to tell you when you're not doing something right. This page link is broken. This page is not found. Here's what's happening to your website. And then you can just go fix those things. And that's how you organically build, get your website higher in Google and on the first page. If you really do all these things, it's a good chance, unless you're in a very, very highly competitive industry, that you can get your website ranked locally.